The retail banking suffers from which of the following constraints or disadvantages? So retail banking suffers from which of the following constraints? Disadvantages means limitations. So which are the limitations in retail banking? Number one, the problem in managing large number of individual customers. Is this a disadvantage in retail banking? Think over it. The quick evolution of products that lead to IT complications. Now this also you have to think. Whether it will lead to IT complications. See this quick evolution of products. What do you mean by quick evolution? Today if you design some product, immediately the competition catches you. Immediately. Next day you are copied. Okay? And you can't stop it. And the next person or the next bank will bring something advantageous in this. Okay? So means what? Suppose if I bring in the savings account today and all of them are giving the savings account, I'll make it a special offer that you buy the savings account from me or open a savings account with me, and I will give you, let's say, health insurance free for 1 year. Immediately in next 1 month, the other bank will copy it and they'll give you 1 lakh, one health insurance for 1 year along with some debit card advantages, something else. So it means that the copying or the competition is so fast that it catches with you. Okay? Availability of higher spreads. So this is also an advantage. What do you mean by spread? Spread means simply, it means NII. NII, net interest income. Okay? So you get NII, higher NII and NII. What is NII? NII means difference between loan interest. See this, the interest which I earn from loans, okay, minus deposit interest which I give on deposit. Okay? So do you get higher amount over here? Yes, you get. Why? Because retail customers are not that much savvy. They don't check repo rate is reduced this much, then why didn't you reduce the rate? Whereas the same case is there in corporate banking. In corporate banking, the customers are they are faster than you. They'll say repo rate is reduced by 0.5% by RBI. Why did you reduce the loan rate? That's what they'll say. But the same is not the case with retail banking. So this is an advantage. It's not, okay. So which of the following disadvantage? We want disadvantage. So this is advantage. Then level of irregularity in these loans is very high. Level of irregularity is very high. Means there are huge NPAs in retail banking. Now this is what you have to check. Who can answer me? Let me see. Give me the answer fast, everyone. Which one of them seems to be correct? Means, see here, you want a disadvantage in this. Okay, kindly note. Which is not true. See here, which is. Think over it, everyone. Which one is not true? You want not true. So not true over here is this. Level of irregularity is very high. It is wrong. The irregularity or NPAs in retail banking are very less as compared to corporate banking. Why? The reason is, why are the NPAs lesser in retail banking? There is a special reason for that. Let me show you. See this over here. Let me show you over here. In corporate banking, corporate, and this is retail. Are you able to see this? Retail. Okay. Suppose if I have 1 crore rupees, 1 CR. Okay. Here also I have 1 CR. So in corporate banking, I give the loan to one customer only. One customer. Let's say any big customer, you name it. Okay. So let me call it, for example, let's say Reliance. So Reliance requires much more than this, but I am giving you one example. Reliance. So 1 CR, Reliance, single customer. or some other customer, let's say ABC company, because 1 crore is not a big amount for the companies. Okay. Now in the retail, this 1 crore will be distributed among 100 customers, 100 of 1 lakh each. 1 lakh. Okay. So then it becomes 1 crore. What does it mean? 100 customers of 1 lakh. So do you think all the 100 customers will be NPA at the same time? So this is not possible. Whereas chance of one ABC company becoming NPA is higher, which is not the case with this all the 100 customers. That's why the NPAs are lesser in retail banking. Got it? And this is the answer. Okay. Which of the following disadvantage? Means you want the wrong one, huh? Wrong one. Wrong. Because all of them remaining are right. The problem of managing large number of customers, this is the disadvantage. The quick evolution of products that leads to IT complications, that is the disadvantage. Availability of higher spreads, so that is the advantage actually. But this is true. Now you want a false one. Okay. So the false one is this. Irregularity is very high. That is false. To cover the high operational costs in offering retail banking, the bank encourages the use of, means if I want to cover the higher cost, read this again. To cover the higher operational cost in offering retail banking, the bank encourages the use of ATM, telephone banking, internet banking, call centers and branch banking. So what will the bank advise the customer or means promote the customer? Will it promote branch banking? Will it promote ATM network? Will it promote telephone banking or internet? See here, what is the basic purpose? The purpose over here is operational cost. To reduce the operational cost, what should the bank perpetuate or penetrate? What should it penetrate? ATM, alternate banking. So machine. Here, keep it very simple. Machine and human being. Telephone, machine. Internet banking, machine. Call centers, a sort of machine only. Human beings are there, but not direct banking. But branch banking, here the costs are huge nowadays. You have salaries, electricity, then there are human errors, many things are there. So that's why what will the bank promote? Is it A to D all? A to C only? A and B? B, C, A and D. Means A, B, C, D? Yeah. And E also. Let's call it E. So A, B, C, D, E. All of them. Which one will bank promote to cover the higher costs? We want the lower cost now. So the answer over here will be this. A to D all. No branch banking, because in branch banking the employee cost, the salary cost, many costs are there. All of these will create a dent on the bank's overall P&L account. Okay, so banks promote this A to D all. Which of the following is or are not correct regarding the requirements of the well-designed chatbot? Chatbot means here we are talking of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, this is a topic to you in this IT related products. Technology in retail banking, in this it is there. So not correct, you want not correct. Chatbot should provide different experience in different channels, mobile, web, etc. Means, what do you mean by this? Chatbot should provide different experience in different channels. Means, if I am using net banking on my laptop, it should give me different experience, different feel, different look. If I am using it on my mobile, it should give me a different look. Is it so? No. Now you think about it. It should be available round the clock for conversation with the customers. Round the clock it should be available. Okay. So you want not correct. It should be capable of remembering the customer's preferences and use order history to suggest the product. So chatbot should be able to remember the customer's preference. Is it so? Correct? Remember the customer's preference. Now, what do you want? What is the question? The question is not correct. Which one of them is not correct? Think of it. Only 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Only 2. Only 1. All 1, 2, 3 are correct. So what do you think should be the answer? Everyone, comment section. Fast, 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 fast. In the comment section. Yeah? The answer is only 2 and 3. Where is it? Chatbot, see here, you want not correct. Okay, not correct. So which one is not correct? Not correct is only 1. Because chatbot should not provide different experiences on different media. Okay, it should give me the same experience which I have on my this PC also, laptop also, my mobile also, anywhere. Okay, so this is not correct. Remaining 2 are correct. Round the clock it should be there. Yes. Remember the customer preferences. Yes. Isn't it? Among the given, which of the following is correctly matched on the basis of income level in lakhs and customer segment? So which of them is correctly matched? Okay. Let's see. 10 to 50 lakhs, mass affluent. 50 to 400 lakhs, HNW. 400 to 4000 lakhs, super HNW. And 4000 to 1,20,000 lakhs, ultra HNW. So which of them is correctly matched? Correctly. Now see here, in exam you have to always focus on what is asked. Have they asked correct one or wrong one? Always focus on this. Do they want the correct one or do they want the wrong one? So now think over it. Correctly matched. What is the answer? Everyone? Think. Very easy one. This is easy. Quite easy. It is this one. 10 to 50 lakhs. Mass affluent. Okay? Before mass affluent, there is something called as mass market. Mass market means up to 10 lakhs. Mass affluent 10 lakhs to 50 lakhs. And further it is. HNWs are not 500 to 400, 50 to 400. Okay, they are super affluent. Then above that there is HNW, then super HNW, and all these ultra HNW. See here, in your retail banking, you'll always get the question on mass affluent and mass market. Only these two. Why? Why do you get this? Because the reason is, the customers which come across you in the retail banking are generally 99.99% up to 50 lakhs. Above 50 lakhs, generally you don't get the customers in the retail banking, branch banking, isn't it? And here JAIIB focuses on branch banking. Got it, everyone? Chalo. Next. Customer requirements and services like competence, possession of required skills and knowledge to perform the services, courtesy, politeness, respect, consideration and friendliness of the contact personnel, etc. comes under the category of which of the following? See this: politeness, consideration, friendliness, knowledge of to perform services. It comes under tangibles, reliability, responsiveness and assurance. Under which one will it come? Think, everyone. It will come under which one? Yes? See here, look at the points. Competence. Competence means you must possess the knowledge. Okay? Second one is what? Possession of required skills. Competence means that only. Possession of required skills. Second one is courtesy, politeness, respect, consideration. So politeness means you must understand the customer's problem. That's also very important. If you are knowledgeable but you are not understanding the customer's problem, then it's a huge problem as such, isn't it? So what does the customer expect? Customer expects both the things. One is your knowledge also, and second is your empathy also. This is called as empathy also. So both of them combined will come under which category? Tangibles, reliability, responsiveness, and assurance. It will come under assurance. Assurance means what? The customer must feel that you are knowledgeable also and friendly also. You are understanding the customer. That's what the customer must get the feeling. Only then he or she will come back to you, isn't it? So the answer is assurance. Okay? Dash addresses 4 key areas of financial needs that clients have beyond investments: wealth enhancement, wealth transfer, wealth protection, and charitable giving. Now, which of the following addresses these issues? Wealth, and charitable giving. Is it wealth planning, investment consulting, advanced planning, or finance planning? Which one is the answer over here? Think. Answer is very simple. Why? Because you are seeing the words which are familiar and which are matching over here. Which words are matching? It is wealth planning. Okay, wealth planning. See this. Kindly understand this wealth planning concept. Everyone kindly understand. Wealth planning, wealth management is the biggest topic in your JAIIB also and in life also, practical life also. Wealth planning or wealth management is this big, wealth. In this wealth planning or wealth management comes all these: investment consulting over here, advanced planning over here, then finance planning over here. Okay, let's draw some comedy. Okay, so these three, see here, main topic is wealth management, and remaining all are over here. They come in the part of this wealth planning only. Okay, because wealth planning will include not only your mutual fund, not only your insurance, not only this gold, but it includes bonds, it includes real estate, it includes means many other things. In fact, you call it anything. Yeah, this unconventional assets, paintings, it includes paintings also. It includes wealth management, this will writing also, will. It includes PMS also, portfolio management services. So everything is a part of wealth management only, because after all, see here, very simple rule. If you have money, you have various avenues, right? So that is the point. Got it? Public sector banks generally adopt the following approach for retail banking. So PSBs adopt which of the following approach? SBU, departmental, integrated, and any of these. So PSBs generally adopt which type of approach? Now look at this. There are two things over here. You have to understand two separate things. One is approach. If you get the approach question, then these are the answers. There is one more called as delivery model. Delivery model. If you get this delivery model question, then the answer is horizontally organized model, vertically organized model, horizontally, predominantly horizontally, and predominantly vertically. See this. Horizontally organized model, horizontal, vertical, predominantly horizontal, PH I'll write it, and PV, predominantly vertical. So these are the models in delivery models. Okay, got it? There is one more model, that is business model. See this. This is approach. Approach, if you get the question, then these three. If you get a question on delivery model, then these four. There is one more called as business model. They call it segmentation based on the business. Then your branches, various rural branch, urban branch, classification based. Okay, so there are three business models over there. Okay, understand the three concepts very clearly. This is related to approach. Now let's focus on this question rather than going in for other two. These I'll cover whenever it comes. Okay. So, which is the approach followed by public sector banks? Is it SBO approach? Is it departmental or integrated? Now let me explain you what is SBO approach. SBO approach means over here. SBO approach means what? SBO means strategic business unit. It means every branch should be a P&L in itself. Every branch should have a individual P&L, profit and loss account. Individual. Okay? Means all your expenses should be from your profits within the branch only. Head office should not support it. That is SBO. There is a term called as MBO in SBO. MBO. This term also comes in exam. MBO means management by objectives. Here what happens? We first decide on the target for this year. Means we will first decide whether we are going to achieve the profit of 20% this year or 10% or 15%, whatever it is. We will first decide. Once we decide on this, after that the targets will be distributed among all the employees of the branch. So that is known as MBO. Okay. Second is departmental approach. Departmental means what? Here you have like my savings department, my clearing department, my account opening department. So what do you follow in your public sector banks? Do you follow this SBO or departmental? Integrated I will cover later. I will explain you what is integrated. Integrated is generally followed in smaller branches, smaller banks I would say, rather than branches I will say smaller banks. The new small finance banks we have now, small finance and this payment banks, they follow this integrated approach. Integrated means what? Every job is done by everyone. There is no department as such. Okay. So in this public sector bank, these are big banks. Public sector means we are all huge banks. So in public sector banks, what do we follow? We follow this departmental approach. Savings department, current department, loan department. Okay, departmental. Got it? The foreign banks and new private sector banks adopt the following business approach for their retail banking business. Foreign banks and new private sector retail banks. Now, what is new private sector? These means HDFC Bank, HDFC, ICICI Bank, ICICI. Then there are many, Axis Bank, okay. Then IndusInd Bank. All these are new banks. Okay. So these, IndusInd, all these. Okay. So which approach do they follow? These banks. Do they follow SBO approach? See, same options are there. SBO approach, or do they follow departmental, or do they follow integrated, or do they follow generalized approach? What is this generalized? This is, I'll just give it wrong because generalized is not there at all. What is the answer over here then? SBO, departmental, integrated. Just now we saw public sector banks this. So this will go out from here. Integrated is followed in small banks, and these are all big banks, HDFC, ICICI. So they will follow this SBO approach. Okay. MBO, management by objective. They first decide that this year my profit will be this much, and accordingly I have to run. Okay. Got it? Which of the following business approach for retail banking has the advantage of clear focus and business objective. Clear focus and business objective. This question is surely there in the exam. Clear focus and business objective. Why? Because the problem is all the banks, means RBI thinks in this way. RBI thinks all the banks should move towards which approach? Do they move towards departmental or SBU or integrated or generalized? Forget it. So SBU, departmental, integrated. Where should the banks move to? In which direction? So that's why this question is always there. So which approach has a clear focus and business objective? So it is, which one has it? It is SBU, very clear focus. I told you now. Fraud detection is what monitors transactions for many unauthorized activity or access to sensitive data. Which of the following is or are correct techniques, tools in transaction monitoring? So here immediately we are shifting on to the tech part. So fraud detection, this is a major area nowadays, frauds in banking, isn't it? Fraud detection is a major area in banking now. So we have to monitor the transactions based on the tools available. So which of the following techniques or tools are useful in transaction monitoring? See this. So these should be useful now. Mining data with AI, artificial intelligence, to spot patterns in transaction data. So mining data with AI. Modeling customer behaviors with statistical techniques like regression analysis. Now regression analysis is not there in JAIIB. In CAIIB you have a separate chapter of regression analysis. This is the base of any banking nowadays. Correlation and regression. You have a separate chapter on this. So which techniques are used? Do we use mining data with AI, artificial intelligence, data mining? What is data mining? Data mining means, see, there are two things, data warehouse and data mining. Data mining means getting the data whenever it's required, and warehousing means keeping the data in a segregated format, so that whenever you require, you must get it very easily. Oracle SQL we call it, right, for mining. So only one is correct, only two is correct, both 1 and 2 are correct, and both 1 and 2 are incorrect. Think, yeah. Answer is both 1 and 2 are correct. Okay. The outsourced technology models are used by which of the following types of banks? Outsourced. Now some part of this I covered it in my earlier lectures also. Follow those also. That's why I'm saying follow the complete series. That's very important. Following the series is important. Okay. So outsourced technology model. What is this? There are various technology models. One is in-house. In-house. Okay. I've covered this in earlier lectures also. Yeah. Earlier part also. In-house. Blended. Blended means mixture. Mix. And then outsourced. Outsource. Okay. So it is followed by which type of bank? Many of you will be able to easily answer this. Yeah. Outsourced. Public sector, PSBs and new private sector, old private sector and foreign banks. Yes, it is foreign banks. Okay. Foreign banks is the answer. The public sector banks normally use the following technology model in retail banking. So PSBs use which type of modeling? Basically, this is modeling only. In-house model with partial outsourcing, in-house models, partially outsourced models, and outsourced models. Mainly remember, PSBs mainly use in-house. But nowadays what has happened, this in-house is not the only thing. because you need to get the external help also. And because of this, they are now started using in-house models with partial outsourcing. Let me see who's given the right answer in the comments. In the comment section, let me see. Yes? Okay? Yeah. The limit of ATC deduction is 1.5 lakh, 70,000, 60,000, 2 lakhs. You answer. This you might be knowing this by now, isn't it? So ATC is what? What is the limit? Yes? Let me see. Comment section. Answer. What is the limit? See. The answer is, but there is a problem in this. What is the problem? This is applicable in the old tax system, old tax regime, you can call it. Regime. Old tax regime. What is the new regime? New regime is 115 BSC. This is the new regime. Under this new regime, no ATC. ATC out. Okay? So you invest in any insurance, you invest in any ELSS, you invest in any PPF, you invest in anything. Home loan principal, everything is out. So ATC not there in the new scheme, new regime, 115 BSC. Okay? So all your insurance businesses are in trouble, right? No, but it's right. The logic is very right from the government, because insurance is to be sold for insurance purpose. Why should the insurance be sold for tax planning? Insurance is insurance, isn't it? To increase the insurance business, they need to search some other avenues, right? Business models of retail banking are being drawn based on various aspects. In this context, which of the following aspects is incorrect? Which is incorrect? Product, capacity, delivery channels, technology. Similar question we have taken earlier, but the options were different. Okay? So, which of the following aspects are incorrect? Means, business model means, what is the business model? Business model means outsourcing model or in-house model. Okay? It is done on what aspects and what aspects are not used. Product, capacity, delivery channels and technology. Think over it, everyone. It is? Yes? Incorrect. Incorrect is this, delivery channel. Your business models are not based on delivery channel. Okay? In fact, it's vice versa. Delivery channels are based on business model. Business model is the base. Based on this, we go for this, all delivery channels and every contacting the customers. Okay? So this is incorrect. Among the given, which of the following are the objectives of BCSBI code? Now something interesting about BCSBI. You are getting the questions in your JAIIB, in your book also the topic is there BCSBI. But do you know, can anyone tell me, does BCSBI exist now? Does BCSBI exist now? Tell me, everyone. Write in the comment section. Does BCSBI exist now? First. Otherwise what happens, you learn about the codes and everything, and frankly BCSBI does not exist now. Does not. Its job is taken over by RBI. Its job is taken over by RBI. So it does not exist now. RBI means there are two things. Kindly note this. Okay, let me clarify this point. BCSBI means what? What is BCSBI? in the comment section. Banking code, this codes, okay? Codes and standards, Bureau of India. So this has gone into dissolution now. It is dissolved now. So BCSBI is dissolved. So if it is dissolved, what about the customer service here? For what does BCSBI was there? BCSBI was there for looking at it that the banks give the proper customer service. The tax and everything was defined in BCSBI. So if it is not existing, then who's taking care of it now? So two guys are taking care of it. Who are those two? See this. CEPD, Customer Education. Okay? Customer Education and Protection Department it's. And second one is Ombudsman. CEPD and Ombudsman. These two have taken over the role of BCSBI. So that's why this is gone now. Okay? But here, in your book, you still have the questions. So you might get the question in the exam also. So let's see. Among the given, which of the following are the objectives of BCSBI? Increase transparency. Increase transparency so that you can have better understanding of what you can reasonably expect of the service. So better understanding of what you can reasonably expect of the services. Encourage market forces through competition to achieve higher operating standards. Promote a fair and cordial relationship between you and your bank. You means customer. Between the customer and the bank. Okay? And all of the above. So what is the answer? Think about it. Very simple one. Yes, what is the answer? Really simple. It is comments. Comment section. It is D, all of the above. D, all of the above. Okay? All of the above. That is the answer. Okay? Which of the following statements regarding the retail banking and wholesale banking are not correct? So retail and wholesale. Wholesale means corporate banking are not correct. You want not correct. Important words. Huh? Retail banking means what? Retail banking looks at your normal customers, retail customers, individual customers, and some of the companies, proprietorship, partnership, MSMEs. Okay, we generally look at these, right? What is corporate banking? Corporate banking looks at wholesale banking. It looks at large number of customers, large, huge. Okay? Large means big customers, Reliance, then Tata's, all these. These are under corporate banking. A retail banking targets the individuals. Now you want not correct. Huh? Kindly note, you want not correct. Retail banking targets the individuals. Wholesale banking deals with corporate clients. Retail banking is a class banking market. Wholesale banking looks at smaller market. Oh, this is really confusing. See this. First two, I'll give you the option. These are okay, these are out. Means these are correct actually. This is, you want false. Okay. This is true. This is true. Now the real fight is between C and D. C. What is the answer? Let me see. What are you giving as the answer over here? Yes, everyone? Yes? Is it C or D? Is it C or D? Wholesale banking is looking at a smaller market. You want a false one. This is true. Wholesale banking will look at a smaller market only. The customer base of wholesale banking is small. Only the customer side, this customer is big. Reliance, one Reliance. But that is only one customer. Of course, that Reliance will be for hundreds of crores, but one customer. So this is a class market. But retail banking is a class banking market. That is false. Retail banking is a mass banking market. Mass. Retail is a mass banking, not a class banking. Kindly note, retail is a mass banking, not a class banking. Okay? Got it, everyone? So, the answer is C. Which of them is not correct? So, C. Which of the following banking is business to customer B2C approach? So, which banking is B2C approach? Corporate banking, wholesale banking, retail banking, all of the above. B2C. So, what are the approaches? B2B and B2C. Okay, B2B means what? Business to business. Business to business. And B2C means business to customers. Business to business means what? We are dealing directly with the companies. I'll give you a simple example. Steel companies, big steel companies. They do B2B, company to company. Okay? B2C means what? Retailer does with the customer. So we are in retail banking. So retail will be what? B2C. Okay? So which banking is of the B2C approach? So retail banking. I think so, same. Yeah. Business to B2B this is. Which of them is B2B? Corporate banking alone, wholesale banking alone, retail banking alone, A and B both. This is really confusing now. Yeah? Is it corporate banking alone or wholesale banking alone? A and B both. Actually, they are not both. Okay, they are only one. They are only one. Wholesale banking and corporate banking are same. Only two names are given, that's why it's given A and B. Otherwise, they are same. See the approaches, B2B, B2C and P2P. This P2P is totally different now. Do you know what is P2P? Peer-to-peer. Means what? You see those ads nowadays, keto, मिलाप, मेरा बच्चा बहुत बीमार है, उसका ऑपरेशन का खर्चा है, 5 लाख रुपए लग रहा है, आप जमा करके दे दीजिए. That is P2P. Crowdfunding. See, simple word to this is crowdfunding. You might have heard this name by now. Crowdfunding. Okay? Crowdfunding. So that is P2P. Okay? A business model followed by the banks for retail banks is SBU, departmental, integrated, and any of the above. Firstly, let me explain you what is this SBU departmental. See here, SBU means what? It is by objectives. The separate word to this is MBO, management by objectives. What do you do in this in SBA approach? In SBA approach, what you do is every branch is a SBU. Means this branch will not get any support from head office. It has to, this branch has to maintain its P&L. Okay, P&L it has to maintain separately. Every branch has to maintain P&L. And when they maintain this P&L, their expenses should be from their profits only, from their income. Head office will not support you. That is known as SBU. Now many of the branches are deposit branches. Some of them say, no, we are a deposit branch. So what do? We won't have any income. Suppose there's a deposit branch. Only deposits are there. So that branch won't have any income only. There are no loans. There are many these smaller branches. What do we call them? Extension counters. Extension counters are there in many banks. What are these? These are all deposit centers. So they won't have any income because there are no loans. So how will these be income earning? So they are given the profit from the head office. Okay, their deposit is used somewhere else and then they are given the benefit. Okay, so SBU is P&L is to be maintained separately and each branch will function as a separate unit. It has to maintain its own expenses and incomes. Departmental means generally what we follow: savings department, current department, silos. These departments are acting separately. Generally in PSBs, public sector banks, we have this departmental approach. Private sector banks, we have SBU approach. Private and foreign, we have this SBU approach. Okay, and integrated. This is in small finance banks, small banks. Small banks means what? What happens in this? In integrated approach, everyone does every job. Means here it's not that I am in the savings department, I am in the current department, I am in the account opening department. No, you are in all departments. Whichever job comes to you, whichever customer comes to you, that is your job, that is your department. So everyone does everything in this. Okay, so that is integrated. Generally this is followed in smaller banks. So the answer is this, any of the above. Okay, the answer is any of the above. Got it? Next. So now let me clarify a few doubts regarding the new tax regime, because this is a part of your portion. Kindly note, this is the old tax regime, old. I'll write it over here, old. And this is the new tax regime. Last one is new. Okay? Look at this. Standard deduction earlier was 50,000. New it is 75,000. Okay? So net you get additional 75,000. This is 12 now. 12.75. Okay? Section under 87A rebate. So 25,000. Okay? So this is one. The next. Now look at the exemptions. Okay? HRA exemption, it is not there in the new tax regime. See here, this is the new tax regime. It is not there. LT allowance, not there. Other allowance including food, beverages, etc. That is not there. Standard deduction, it is there, 75,000. Entertainment allowance, not there. Perquisites for official purpose, it is there. Interest on home loan under 24B, self-occupied or vacant property, not there. So you don't have under 24B also now. Let out property, so it is there, let out. So that is allowed. Deductions under 80C, nothing, zero. Employee's own contribution to NPS, not there. Employer's contribution, it is there. Employers is there. Medical insurance, 80D, not there. Disabled individual, 80U, not there. Interest on education loan, not there. Under the new tax regime, kindly note, these are important points which I am telling you. Interest on education loan, not there. It has been removed. Means, what do you mean by this not there, not there? It means you can't claim the tax benefit on these all points. Earlier we used to claim on ATC, investment in your insurance, in your PPF. You used to claim the return, the income tax benefit. Now you can't do it. Home loan principal also not there. And this also, home loan is very important. That is the main part, isn't it? Mainly we have this home loan, 24B. So this is removed for self, and for let out property it's allowed. Let out it's allowed. Okay. Then medical insurance 80D not there. 80U not there. Education loan interest not there. Electric vehicle not there. Donation to political parties removed. 80G. This was fully exempt. Do you know earlier if you donate to political parties, full amount was exempted. That is also removed. Savings bank interest under 80 TTA and 80 TTB. Now this much is not there for you. So that is removed. So you have only these parts. If anything important is, let me see. Family pension, yeah, it is there. Gifts up to 50,000, it is there. Voluntary retirement, gratuity, leave encashment, daily allowance, DA is there. Conveyance allowance, it's there. Transport allowance for specially abled persons. Okay, so that is there. So these are the exemptions which have been made, which have been removed under this new tax regime. Okay. Among the below given statements, which of the following is correct in context of banking ombudsman? So which one is correct? Now look at this. In question, always focus on what is asked. Whether they asked correct or incorrect. Because many times what happens, you know the answer, but only you make the mistake that you don't read the question properly. Sometimes they ask you incorrect. So focus on the question properly. Today they are asking correct. Okay. In respect to banking ombudsman, one can file a complaint before the banking ombudsman if the reply is not received from the bank within a period of 3 months after the bank concerned has received one's representation, or bank rejects the complaint, or if the complainant is not satisfied with the reply given by the bank. So the question is, what is correct about the banking ombudsman? So is this sentence correct? You can file the complaint, okay, with the banking ombudsman if you have given some complaint to the bank, but the bank has not replied within a period of 3 months after the bank concerned, okay, has not received from the bank within a period of 3 months after the bank concerned has received the representation. Basically, this question means if I give a complaint to the bank and bank doesn't reply to me in 3 months, then I can go to ombudsman. Is this correct? One can't file a complaint with the banking ombudsman simply by writing on a plain paper. So you can't file the complaint like this. One can't file it online. So you have to find out which one is correct. Okay? And all of the above. I'll make this none of the above. None of the above. So which one is correct over here? All of the above or none of the above, sorry. So you can file a complaint before the banking ombudsman if the reply is not received from the bank within a period of, this is not 3 months, it is 1 month. 1. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. One can't file a complaint with banking ombudsman simply by writing on a plain paper. That is also incorrect. You can simply write on a plain paper to the banking ombudsman. Nothing is required. Okay? One can't file it online. Is it so? That is also incorrect. Nowadays, without online, nothing can work. So what will be the correct answer in this case? All of the above. Yeah? None of the above. Okay, none of the above is correct over here. All are incorrect. Okay? Got it? Now next. Which of the following is are correct regarding the points to be considered for appointment of recovery agents to recover the NPA accounts? So which of them are correct regarding the appointment of recovery agents? Look at this. Again focus on the question. Correct. You want correct answer, not the incorrect one. Considered to be appointment of recovery agents. So which are these? Banks should have a due diligence process in place for the engagement of recovery agents, which should be so structured to cover, among others, individuals involved in the recovery process. So you must have a due diligence process in place for recovery agents. Means basically, whenever you take any employee, you must do his KYC properly, isn't it? That simple logic. Not only recovery agent, any employee, even if you take the office boy, permanent employee, non-permanent employee, anyone, you must do the KYC. You don't know the background, right? The due diligence process should generally conform to the guidelines issued by RBI on outsourcing financial services. So shouldn't it conform to the guidelines of RBI? What say? It should, isn't it? So this is also correct. This is also correct. Now when two are correct, generally the answer is what? Third. So obviously the answer will be all of the above, but let's see the third one. Bank should ensure that the agents engaged by them in the recovery process carry out the verification of the antecedents of the employees. So agents engaged by them in recovery process carry out the verification of antecedents of the employees, which may include pre-employment police verification as a matter of abundant caution. So don't you have to do the police verification? Obviously you'll have to do. You'll have to do whatever that person has done earlier, whatever is his history, right? You'll have to check this. So that is also true. So the answer is this, obviously, all of the above. Isn't it? Simple. Let's move on to the next one. An investor needs rupees 20 lakh and the goal is likely in 6 years with the inflation of 10%. Then the present requirement of the funds for the goal is, see, you will be having two numericals today of similar nature, but they are not same. This problem is different and there is one more problem. Okay, these two are separate. So, an investor needs 20 lakh and the goal is likely in 6 years. So, let's write this down. What is required from this? Required is at the end. See, plot this like this. Everyone pay attention. How many of you are able to solve this? How many of you have got the answer? 20 lakhs needs 20 lakhs and after 6 years. So here that person requires 20 lakhs. And the time is 6 years. 6 years. Rate of interest, inflation rate is 10%. So you can consider this as R. This is N. This is A. The present requirement of the funds is, so P you don't know, P. You require P. What is the answer for P? How do you find out the P? A equals to P into 1 plus R raised to N. A equals to P into 1 plus R raised to N. Now look at this R. R equals to 10%. You can write it like this. See, instead of writing it in percentages, because in calculations we don't require percentage, we require in points. So you can write this as 10 upon 100. So that is equal to 0.1. Okay, N is directly 6 years. So now, find the answer then. So 20 lakhs equals to P into 1 plus, what is this? 0.1 raised to N is what? 6. So do it. P into 1.1 raised to 6. Find the answer. P into, now how to find this? See this, on your normal calci, how do you do it? On your normal calci, take this 1.1, see here, I'll show you. Take this 1.1 over here, 1.1. Then press into, focus here, do the exact steps which I am telling you. Press into. Then go on pressing equal to 6 times. Equal to 6 times. How many times is required? 6. So 6 times. 1.1 into, press into, then equal to 6 times. You will get the answer. There is also a hint in that calci only. On that calci, if you see this calci, whenever you go on pressing something, you get a number on the left side or right side. Here, above, you get some small number. that number should always be 1 above whatever you required. When this number becomes 7, at that time your 6 times answer is correct. So that number should be 1 extra. Right? If you require it, let's say 10 times, then the number over here should be 11. This is another hint on your normal black calci. Because in the exam you require normal black calci, right? So solve this. What is this? 1.1 raised to 6. Anyone? Give me fast. 1.1 raised to 6. Let me also try it. One 1.1 raised to 6. So into equal to it is, I am getting it as 1.77. Are you getting it? 1.77. So 20 lakhs equals to P into 1.77. Now next what? Find out P. So P equals to 20 lakhs divided by 1.77. This is equals to, okay? So what is the answer for this? 20 lakhs upon 1.77. Get it, everyone? $20 divided by 1.77. So I think so I got the answer 11.299, or you can write it 11.3 also. So 11.3 lakhs. These much are the funds required right now, so that I can get 20 lakhs at the end of 6 years with 10% rate of interest. Okay? Got it, everyone? Now similar problem, next one. See this, similar one. An investor needs 50 lakhs and the goal is likely in 6 years with an inflation of 10%. The investor wants to invest on a half-yearly basis. At the end of the half year, the installment will be. So this is what? Investor wants 50 lakhs, okay, at the end of the period. Okay? How will you solve this? Everyone, how will you solve this? Right now, this is annuity problem. See this, annuity. Actually, here you know the end. Okay, you don't know the installment. Okay? So, 50 lakhs equals to, see here, you require the future value as 50 lakhs. I'll write it over here. Future value equals to 50 lakhs. Okay? R is equal to 0.1. I'll directly write now 0.1, 10%. Okay? So R equals to 0.1. R equals to 0.1. Next, N equals to 6. But now there is a problem in this N. What is the problem? Look at this. Invest on a half-yearly basis, okay, half-yearly, at the end of the period, end of the half year. So this is annuity, and which type of annuity? This is annuity, and which type of annuity? There are two types of annuity. Annuity due and ordinary annuity. Okay, annuity due and ordinary annuity. So annuity over here is annuity. One is due and second is ordinary. Okay, due and ordinary. Due means what? At the beginning. Whenever I invest at the beginning, means like your RD. Beginning. Whenever I invest at the beginning, it's called as due. Whenever I invest at the end, it's called as ordinary. end. It is called as ordinary. Okay. So this is how you will be doing it. Ordinary is at the end. Now, formulae are slightly different, not totally different, slightly. So here you want the future values given. You want what is your present investment. Let's say we call it C. Investment after every 6 months. So the formula for C is F equals to C into 1 plus R raised to N minus 1. Everyone see this. The whole upon N. Okay. F equals to C into 1 plus R raised to N minus 1 upon R. Upon this. Yeah. Upon R it should be. R. Okay. It's not N. Okay. 1 plus R raised to N minus 1 upon R. Okay. So now get the answer. What do you know over here? Let's keep this F for time being separate. Let's solve this only. So this is equal to what? C into, what is this? Now this R will be what? R is 10% for 1 year. But I want it for half year. Now all these things will change now. Whenever you want it for half year, R becomes 0.1 upon 2. So it becomes 0.05. Oh, I'll write it somewhere else. Okay. See, how do you solve this? Whenever you have a half yearly requirement, okay. Whenever you have a, where do I write? Year and write. Okay. Whenever you have a half yearly requirement, half year, then R equals to whatever is R given to you divided by, half year means divided by 2. So 0.1 upon 2. If it would have been quarterly requirement, then 0.1 upon 4. In exam you get only 2. One is half year or quarter. You don't get monthly. Some books give you monthly requirement divided by 12. Not possible. Means theoretically it's possible, but practically in the exams it's not possible. Okay. So 0.1 upon 2. So get this. What is the answer? This will be a 0.05. And kindly note the number by which you divide R. Same number you will be multiplying to N. So N will become what now? So N will become N. N over here will become, what is given? 6. So it will become 6 into 2. 2. So it becomes 12. So N equals to 12 over here. Kindly note, whenever you are doing this half yearly basis, you have to divide R by 2 and multiply N by 2. Whenever you are doing it for quarterly basis, you have to divide R by 4, multiply N by 4. Okay. So do it now. So 1.05 raised to 12 minus 1 upon R. R is what? 0.05. Now get the answer. 1.05 into equal to 12 times. This you will have to do. There is no other option. To get one increment, we must take some pains. Okay. So get it 1.05 into equal to do it 12. So this answer I am getting it 1.79. So C into 1.79 minus 1 upon 0.05. See this. Okay. Now solve this. What is the answer? So this is 0.79. Okay. 0.79 divided by 0.05. So divided by 0.05. So you get it as 15.91. So C into, here I'll write it over here. So C into, should I write it over here? 15.9 into C. 15.9 into C. But you require C now. F you know, see this. F is what? 50 lakhs. So 50 lakhs 50 lakhs equals to 15.9 into C. So what is C then? C equals to 50 lakhs divided by 15.9. So get the answer. 15.9. Okay, so do this calculations. What are you getting it? Everyone, check this. I'm getting it as 3,14,127. What are you getting? 3 lakh, or should I write it in points? 3.14 lakhs. Chalo, let's keep it because remaining amount is, it hardly matters. 3.14 lakhs, because in the exam the options which you get, it won't be 3.14127, 3.14157. They'll give you 3.14 lakhs, 6 point something, 2 point something, like this. The difference will be huge because they know you are doing it on a normal calci, and everybody rounds up this figure. Somebody takes after 0.2, somebody takes after 3. Many of the students are asking up to what points should we take? Should we take up to 0.4, 0.2? Nothing matters that much. Okay? In CIB it matters to some extent, otherwise nothing matters. You take 0.2 also, means after point take 2 digits. Enough. Okay? What? Because the answers will never be very near to each other. They will be, in real exam I am talking. Okay? They will be very far off. So you get this as 3.14 lakhs. It means what? If somebody deposits 3.14 lakhs every 6 months at the end of the period for 6 years at 10% ROI, this person will get 50 lakhs at the end. This is a sort of RD, isn't it? RD. Isn't it? Got it, everyone? Move ahead. Clear? Next. What is the limit? Now this is a theoretical type, but then also, what is the limit of FASTag with minimum KYC details during the financial year? Very important one. Minimum KYC. Think everyone. Now this you must be able to answer. Check it, everyone. What is the answer? What is it you have got? Let me see in the comment section. See, the rule is like this over here. Here it should be 1 lakhs is given, but now latest, here in your books it is given as 1 lakhs, but latest rule has been changed now. It is 1.2 lakhs for yearly. See, there are two rules in minimum KYC or zero KYC, you can call it. Yearly loading is yearly. Yearly loading is 1,20,000, and at any time, kindly note, at any time, your FASTag balance should not be more than 10,000 without KYC. Okay? So without KYC or minimum KYC, you can call it. At any time, maximum balance, maximum load equals to 10,000 at any time. And total yearly limit is 1,20,000. So this can be changed to 1.2 lakhs. Okay? Without KYC or minimum KYC, you can call it. Next. Among the given, which of the following is correctly matched on the basis of definition and the person by whom it is stated? Now this is not tricky. This is what you have to remember. Sir Frederick C. Baum. Now this is given in your book. That's why. Bank, because otherwise who will remember these names? Have you heard of this name any time? Anyone? Anyone has heard of these three names? Never. But it's given in your book, that's why we are studying this. Bank marketing is a proactive business strategy aimed at organizational excellence. Even I don't know, means I didn't know this. I've read it in the books only and I only know the correct answer. Bank marketing is a proactive business. Now see here, definitions are correct. Many of you will say, sir, definition is correct, but we don't want definitions. We want who is correct match over here. Kenneth Andrew, bank marketing is the matching of bank's resources with the customer's needs in most profitable manner. Dirk Vander Weyer, bank marketing is the creation of delivery of customer satisfying services at a profit to the bank. Now definitions are correct, again I am saying, but matching is wrong. Where the matching is correct? The matching is correct over here, B. Okay, this is correct. Kenneth Andrews matching is correct. Remaining all are wrong. Now, if you ask me, sir, who gave this then? This you'll have to read. We are not here to do PhD, right? Doctorate. We have to clear your JAIIB exam. You only remember this Kenneth Andrews, and if in the exam they ask you, they'll ask you this only. Okay? If they want to ask you. Because this is the most prominent definition given in your books. Okay? Got it? Move on. So, Kenneth Andrews, okay? The customers expect the bank to be willing to help them and provide prompt service. Prompt service, okay? This comes under which of the following customer expectation? Prompt service. Think, everyone think over it. The customer requires you to answer immediately. Immediately means within the time, given time. Everything can be solved immediately, isn't it? If you say account opening, sir, open the account right now. Right now it's not possible. It requires at least, if you have the proper KYC, it requires at least 10, 15, 20 minutes. If you have the proper KYC. Because nowadays online account opening is there. At least 20 minutes are required. Immediately is not possible. So, customer expects prompt. Within the given tax, you can call it. Simple. What is this called as then? Reliability, responsiveness, assurance and empathy. Which is the character displayed over here? Prompt service. Which is the character displayed over here? Yeah, it is. It is responsiveness. Responsiveness, fast, respond in a timely manner before anyone else responds. Here, nowadays what has happened, customer has 2-3 options. Every time whenever the customer comes to you, the customer comes with 2-3 options at the back of the mind. So what happens in this case? If you don't respond, somebody else will respond. Okay? Among the given, which of the following products is to be developed by the bank on its own? Augments the product by adding an extra facility or an extra feature to the product. So, okay, somebody was asking me, what about this? Others, reliability, assurance, empathy. What do you mean by this? Here, this is very simple. Reliability means when will the customer feel reliable on you? When will the customer feel reliable? When your brand name is perfect. When your brand name is perfect, means your brand name is big. People trust brand names nowadays. Okay, for at least for banking and finance. So your reliability will come when your brand name is perfect or big one. If they hear something bad about you, they won't feel you reliable. Assurance. Whenever that customer gives you some task and you assure him, don't worry, I am there. That is assurance. Okay? Empathy. You have to think from the customer's angle. If that customer comes someday, sure, once in a while or once in few years, if the customer comes at the closing of the bank, sir, urgent, this cash is to be deposited urgent at the closing time. Once, I am saying again once in blue moon. Then you must understand what the problem of that customer is. It may happen that the customer might require genuinely something. Empathy. And there are many customers who have the habit of coming at the closing only. Many customers. Okay? They'll come right at the closing time. So such customers don't come under this empathy scene. Okay? So next one. What was this? Yeah. Augment. We are talking of augmentation. Augmentation means what? Adding. Adding something. What is augment? Augment means adding, combining. So you are combining over here. Augment the product by adding an extra facility. So giving something extra. Generic actually. It's not genetic. Generic. Generic, expected, augmented and potential. Now by the name itself you will be able to judge, right? We are talking of augment. So it will be augmented. C answer. Okay? But you understand the meaning of this. Suppose if I give you a savings account, normal savings account, MAB, monthly average balance. You open a savings account with me and I will give you 1 year health insurance free. I'll give you this free. You open a savings account with me, I'll give you 1 year health insurance free. Augment, something free feature you are adding. Remember that Renault pen? लिखते love हो जाए. There was some pen, na? Santur soap and Renault pen was a tie-up, right? For years together. Those who are senior, they'll know it. On two Santur soap, you always used to get this Renault pen. People used to buy soap for pen. Okay, Reynolds. At that time, it was hugely famous, Renault pen. Nowadays, it's not that much. So coming back to this, augmented means what? You're giving something free. There can be many examples. Many of the credit card companies are giving this. You purchase a credit card and we give you health insurance free. Some credit card companies say you do the transactions of, let's say, 10 lakhs through our credit card in a year. We'll give you 3 nights and 2 days free at a hill station. This thing is also there. Means augmentation means everything, something free is given. Okay? What is securitization? We need to understand this topic first. What is securitization? See, securitization means basically, now look at this. Suppose if you are having a house, let's say you are having a house of, or some, let's say a house of, let's say 70 lakhs. You are having a property of 70 lakhs. Okay, any property, let's say for that matter, property of 70 lakhs. You want urgent money. You want urgent money, liquidity. Some problem is there, or you want do some investment in stock market urgently. It's good opportunity. Somewhere you need money. How will you get the money? Generally, what do? We take the LAP. LAP means, you know the product LAP, loan against property. We'll keep that house in the bank as a security, collateral, and take a LAP, right? What is that actually? What is that? Whenever you keep something as a security, what are you doing actually? You are liquidating. See this, what are you doing? You are liquidating that property. Means using it as a liquid Okay, you are converting this fixed asset into current asset value wise. That fixed asset is a, let's say, a house, a property, anything that is not going to give you any money up to the time you sell it. So instead of selling it, what do? You keep that as a mortgage to somebody. So you are converting that fixed asset which was not giving you anything into a current asset, liquid money. Same thing is happening in banks also. Suppose, let's say, a bank has given a loan. Now look at the same analogy. Bank has given, let's say, housing loans, home loans of, let's say, 1000 crore, 1000 CR. Okay, 1000 CR home loans bank has given. Okay, now these are the home loans which bank has given. Now what do you mean by bank has given? Bank has given means bank has given the money, isn't it? It means, see this. This is a bank. Okay, bank. This bank has given the loan. Loan is given. Okay. Loan is given by the bank to whom? Borrower. I'll just write BRW now. To borrower. Okay. So bank has given the loan to borrower. Now how much is gone? 1000 CR is gone. Now will this 1000 CR, this money is locked off the bank. Money is gone. Locked. Now this customer will pay the EMI. So bank will get this money in slow motion. You can say slow motion only. In 20 years this bank will get the EMI. Right? But bank wants urgent liquidity. Now this money is locked. Bank wants urgent liquidity. Urgent money sometimes bank wants. So what will bank do? Bank will go to a separate company. This. Okay. It will go to a company called as SPV, Special Purpose Vehicle. Okay. See this. You can relate it to this image only. These are the underlying assets, means these are your home loans. Okay, these home loans. So these home loans are locked for the bank. So what does the bank do? Bank securitizes it. Means it will go to the SPV. SPV will do this part of securitization. It will go to the SPV and SPV will do what? This 1000 crore, it will convert into bonds. Okay? Many bonds. See, it may convert it into, let's say, 1000 bonds of 1 crore each. And it will find out the investors. So it will sell these bonds to the investors. Investors. Okay? It will sell the bonds to the investors. Okay? So once it sells the bonds to the investors, these investors will give the money. Immediate. So this money will be passed on to the bank. So immediate liquidity is received for the bank. Got it? Clear? This is how the whole securitization process works. Same thing is shown over here. See, group of underlying assets. Okay? These assets are liquidated by this SPV. And this SPV will sell it to the investors who will purchase it. Okay? This is the whole process of securitization. Now, how many parties are involved in this? See, one is the relationship between the bank and the borrower, number 1. Second relationship is bank and SPV, number 2. Third relationship is between SPV and the investors, number 3. So net there are 3 relationships which are involved over here. Okay? And this is how the securitization works. This bank who creates the loans is called as the originator. This bank is called as the originator. Originator. Okay? Okay. Let's move ahead. See, the same process is explained over here. This is the relationship number 1 between the bank and the borrower. Bank gives the loans, bank has the EMI which will be received. This bank then sells this. See, actually what does this bank do? This bank will tell this SPV, I am receiving these EMIs. So I'll transfer it to these persons. Okay? I will pay them these EMIs to these persons. So this is the relationship number 2. And this SPV will further tell the investors that, see, I am receiving these EMIs from the bank and I will pass it on to you, to the investors. So this is the relationship number 3. Now many of you will doubt in this, sir, everything is okay, but what is the benefit to the investor, to the SPV, to the bank? Why should we do all these things? What is the use? There is a use. Number 1, bank gets immediate liquidity. This 1000 crore which was locked, immediately it has got it from this channel. So bank gets liquidity. Okay. So bank gets liquidity. Number 1, main benefit to the bank. Bank has got immediate money. What is the benefit to the SPV then? SPV also, see here, nobody in this world works without profit, right? So what is the benefit to SPV? It is like this. If the bank is giving the loans at 9%, let's say 9. I'm taking one example, 9. Okay, now the rates are very low, but taking an example, 9. So this bank will keep 1% to them itself, and it will pass on to this SPV at, let's say, 8%. 8. So 1% is kept by the bank and 8% is given to the SPV. Now this SPV is also clever. SPV is a company. It is also clever. It will tell the investor that, see, I will give you the returns at, let's say, 7%. What is happening now? SPV is keeping 1% to themselves and invest. So what is the benefit to the SPV now? The commission, 1%. Now you will say, sir, both done, but what about the investor? Investor is also not a fool. Everyone knows his or her profit. This investor knows if he keeps it in the bank FD today, that FD will give him 6% or 5%. So he knows better is 7%. Now you will say, sir, but there is a problem now. What problem? Tomorrow if this bank runs away, this loan becomes NPA, or everything becomes a flop, then what? So that problem is there in everywhere. Even if you keep an FD in the bank and the bank tomorrow becomes bankrupt, complete, it can happen. So that problem is there everywhere. Number 1. Point number 1. But point number 2, there is something called as credit rating agency. This credit rating agency will always check what type of bonds this SPV is creating, what type of loans this SPV is taking. So it will always check this and give the credit rating. So this investor will have the knowledge of the level of the bonds. Okay? What are the level of the bonds which are being taken? Are they AAA? Are they AA? Are they single A's? BBB? Whatever it is. There are various 7-8 types of ratings. Okay? So this credit rating agency will give the transparency. Now one more point. Where will this SPV get all the money to manage all this drama? Drama means this play, isn't it? Drama is the wrong word. To manage all this, because it needs to purchase the loans from originator. See here, everywhere it's a buy-sell relationship. Bank will say, you do anything, I don't know. Bank will tell this SPV that you do anything. You purchase it from me, then you sell it to them at any rate. Where will this SPV get the money for this? Liquidity support. There is a parent company which will give it a temporary liquidity support. See, temporary is required. Why? Because once it sells it to the investors, his money is recovered back, isn't it? So temporarily these funds are required. So that's why it's called as liquidity support, short-term support. Liquidity means always short-term. Got it? So the role of these two agencies, liquidity support is a investor, big investor, who's also called a promoter. So this promoter gives the liquidity support and this credit rating agency gives the transparency. Got it? This is how the securitization process works. See this, all the same things, okay? Which are these credit rating agencies? Look at this, CRISIL, ICRA, Fitch, various agencies are there. Which are these liquidity support agencies? There are many. SBI Capital, okay? PNB Capital, many capital companies are there. Private capitals are also there, okay? These are called as sponsors, okay? Got it? So, finally, what is securitization? The pooling of assets to repackage them into interest-bearing securities. Read this. Very good definition and very simple definition. Simple and good. Okay? Very good, sweet. There is a new bill, right? In USA. That what? Bold, big and beautiful. Isn't it? So this is simple and beautiful. The pooling of assets to package them into interest-bearing securities. Okay? Now I'll ask you one question. The question over here is pooling of assets. One question I'll ask you. First is pooling. What do you mean by pooling? Where have you seen the pooling of money? Where do you see the pooling of money? Pooling means what? Many sources, this, all of them come here and get collected in some institution. So that is pooling. Where does this happen? All the rivers come and merge into the sea. That is pooling. Okay? So, where does this pooling happen? For example, what is your bank? What is a bank? Bank is same thing. Many depositors come in and put the funds in the bank, pooling. Then this bank will further disburse it to the loans, borrowers, right? So this is basically pooling. Pooling means collecting it in a bucket. Okay, this is pooling. So question number 1 was pooling. Second is assets. What is the asset in the bank? You tell me. What is the asset in the bank? Yes. What is the asset in the bank? Who can tell me? What is an asset in the bank? Okay. Asset. Asset in the bank in the comment section. I want it in the comment section. Asset in the bank is, yes, loans. Okay, loans. Loans, correct. Loans are the assets of the banks. Okay, loans are the assets of the banks. To repackage them into interest-bearing securities. So who does this? Repackage. See, this is SPV. Pooling of the assets. So these loans are received from the bank. The logic over here is like this. Bank gives the loans to SPV. What is SPV? SPV is called as Special Purpose Vehicle. Okay, many of you might be wondering, what is this SPV? Special, I'll write it over here. Here I'll write it. Special Purpose Vehicle. Okay, it is a company. Kindly note. Vehicle means it's not a vehicle. No. Vehicle, it's a company. Private limited company or public limited company formed by shares. Okay. So this is a SPV. So this SPV does this job. So interest bearing securities, repackage them. So SPV is converting them to interest bearing securities. These are called as bonds. And these bonds are sold to investors. Investors. Okay. See this. So who is the seller over here? The seller of the bonds is SPV. Okay. Who is the buyer of the bonds? Investor. Got it? Seller is SPV. Buyer is investor. Who is the originator? I told you just now. The earlier slide I told you. Who is the originator over here? Can anyone give me the answer? Who is the originator? The originator is Bank. Got it? The originator is a bank. Bank is the originator. Borrower means your loan customer. Isn't it? Got this point, everyone? Sure. Next. Now, what are the advantages to everyone? Let's see one by one. I have told you earlier, but then in details we'll study now. Only one advantage I told you about the originator. Originator was the bank. So one advantage I told you, unblocks capital, isn't it? Money is given. So what are the other advantages now? So first advantage first we'll look at the originator only or the bank only. Okay? So it unblocks capital. Unblocks capital means that 1000 crore example I gave you. That 1000 crore has been given now. So my money is locked. Right? Has been given, my money is locked. So if my money is locked, I have to unlock that money. Isn't it? I have to unlock it. How will I unlock it? By selling. By selling it to SPV. So it unlocks the capital. Isn't it? Unblocks the capital. Second, provides liquidity. Whenever I need urgent money, now see here, my 1000 crore is locked in the loans. These guys will give me 20 years every month EMI. Tuk. These EMIs I'll receive for 20 years. But I can't wait for 20 years. I have something urgent opportunity. Means, for example, I'm having some other bank, small bank. I can purchase it right now. That bank is available at a lower cost. But it's a good advantage. I have to purchase it now. But I don't have money. My money is locked. This tuk EMI. But I want urgent money. So I'll go through this SPV way. Okay, or securitization. Got it? So provides liquidity. Then lowers funding cost. How does it lower funding cost? See, lowers funding cost means I'll get immediate money. Much of my liquidity problem will be solved. So once my liquidity problem is solved, I'll pass on this benefit. Okay, because I'll get many things cheaper than because I'm having cash. So these cheaper things will be, the benefit of that will be passed on to the investor also and to the customer also. And my overall funding cost will be reduced. Right? So lowers funding cost. Risk management. So once you have money, enough money, all the risks are managed, isn't it? So risk management happens because you have a huge money now from the investors using this SPV way or securitization way. Overcoming the profit uncertainty. Now this is also important part. Whether I'll get this profit, how much will be the profit, how much will I be able to run the business successfully. Banking is also a business after all. So, will I be able to run the business successfully? All this will get solved. Not fully, see here, after all it's business. One problem closes, other problem arises. That's a part of the business, right? So, overcoming the profit. Once I get the money, liquid money, then many of the problems get solved. Isn't it? In your home also. If you have money, good amount of salary, plus some other income, then what happens? Much of your life is secured. Okay? So, much of your life is secured. After all, what happens? Some medical expenses, that is a part of the luck. You can't help it in that case, isn't it? But for that also, you have readiness with the money which you are having. Same thing is with the banks. So, banks will be able to overcome their liquidity problem, their profitability issues. Reduces need for financial leverage. Leverage means taking loans from here, loans from there. Leverage means that I'll take more loans from others, or I will give more loans to risky elements. After all, we are in bank, so we have to give the loans. If I don't get a borrower properly, let's say, if I don't get a borrower properly, then what will I have to do? What will I have to do? In that case, I will have to give the loan to the riskier borrowers with less CIBIL score, isn't it? So that will be avoided. Now, what is the use to the investor then? To the investor, it is quality investment, less credit risk, better returns, diversified portfolio, and benefit small investors. Okay? So quality investment, you will be getting AAA rating, AA rating, you will be knowing the rating of the investments. That I told you, I gave you that CRISIL, ICRA. Less credit risk, because if you have a good rating, your risk is lesser. It all depends on that credit rating, kindly note. Okay? Better returns, okay, better returns to the investors. Diversified portfolio, he can have investments in one bank, then other bank, home loan, personal loan, plus mutual fund, some other investments. So investor can have thousands of investments. Diversified portfolio. Benefit small investors. Good for the small investors, isn't it? So these are the advantages to originator and SPV. But what are the advantages to investor and originator? What are the advantages to SPV? Commission of 1 or 2%, isn't it? Yeah, this example already I have given you. Suppose if you are having a house of 1 crore, you will keep it as a collateral and get 80 lakhs. That is what? That is securitization, isn't it? That way, everyone works in the same way. If I am having a property of 1 crore, what will I do? I'll keep that property with the bank and get a loan of 80 lakhs as a LAP, loan against property. What is LAP? LAP is basically the similar project only. It is after all a securitization. I am converting my fixed asset into liquid asset, isn't it? Now, it is a question time for you all. The process of issue of security receipts on the strength of loans purchased to raise funds by securitization companies or asset reconstruction companies is called as, read this properly, we have done this just now. Now it's time for you to answer. What is it called as? Process of issue of security receipts means basically bonds on the strength of the loans, okay, to raise funds by the securitization companies or ARC, asset reconstruction companies. See, both are similar, okay. Securitization company and ARC are generally same, generally. What is this process called as? Give me in the comment section, everyone. The answer is securitization, okay. It is securitization. Got it? Securitization. What are the other names? Factoring, forfeiting, taking out finance. See, these are different terms. These are not there for you at JAIIB level. Factoring is invoice financing, roughly. Forfeiting, long-term invoice financing, you can call it. Long-term finance is forfeiting. Take-out finance is something different. It is again a long-term finance. These are all there in CIIB, not for your JAIIB. Okay? Normally, a securitization company raises funds under securitization from dash by selling the security receipts. Okay? So, under securitization from dash by selling security receipts. So, raises funds from whom? Bank, financial institutions, qualified institutional buyers and mutual funds. So, SPV will give it to whom? We saw it. It's investors. Who is the investor over here? Bank is a seller, originator. Financial institution, again the same seller. Both are same over here. It can be NBFC or it can be a bank. So the answer is this, qualified institutional buyer. Okay. The process of securitization is normally carried by a company or a trust or some other organization, which is called as, now just now I gave this answer. 3 relationships I gave. Bank originator, then normally carried by a company or some other trust or some other organization. So who does this conversion of loans into bonds? ARC, SPV, joint stock or reconstruction? Very simple answer. So the answer is SPV, special purpose vehicle. Okay. So that was a session on securitizations for you. Okay. MIS consists of 3 words. Which are these 3 words? Click on here, give me the right answer. You call it ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. It consists of management information system, market invoice system, money information system, and none of the above. So MIS consists of what? This is the first page of your chapter in MIS. If you open the Macmillan book, the first page of your chapter is this. Give me the answer, everyone. This is a very simple answer. It's very simple. Now we'll see, sir, topic name is the same. So topic name is what? MIS, Management Information System. So basically what? Right? Now there can be a separate name also, Money Information System. Somebody can have it privately. But what is required in your JAIIB is this. Management Information System. What is this MIS? See, MIS means what? I'll give you a simple explanation of this. There is a branch, see, in your bank. There is a HO, head office. Then there is a zonal office. Then there is a RO, regional office. Then there is a branch, right? This is a general network everywhere in any banks, isn't it? Now what happens? How many branches are there? Let's say there are 2000 branches. 2000 branches of a bank. 2000 branches. Okay. Now imagine there is a HO, head office, in, let's say, Mumbai. Head office is in Mumbai. Okay. Now there is a branch, one branch in a remote village of Tamil Nadu. Village. There is a branch in a village, Tamil Nadu. Now some fraud happens over there, Tamil Nadu. Okay. Or Mizoram, for that matter, anything you can take it. Northeast. We must take Northeast, right? So some fraud happens in a branch in Tamil Nadu or Mizoram, anywhere, Northeast, Nagaland. Now, how will the head office come to know immediately? There is a chance that the head office will come to know after it comes in the newspaper. Local newspaper will come first, then it will be caught by the national media, then it will be there in the whole country, and then head office will come to know, something has happened like this. So is it good? Is it good that the head office or the board of directors come to know after it is known to common public? No. So what should be done? Whatever happens over here immediately must be transferred to this HO. And how will it be transferred? Through systems. What are these systems? Management Information System. There are various types of MIS. DSS is there, EIS is there, Executive Information System is there. DSS means Decision Support System. It is also there. TRP is there. ERP is there. TPS is there. Transaction Processing System. ERP is there. Enterprise Resource Planning. All these types are of MIS. MKIS is there. Marketing Information System. You are having a separate chapter on this. So kindly note, see this, the use of MIS is transfer of information to various branches. See, not only head office, other branches. How will the other branches, zonal office, regional office come to know that there has been a fraud? Or why only fraud? Something good also. Why only think of bad things? Something good has happened in some branch. Some branches worked very properly, something innovative method they have found out, and they have increased their CASA hugely. So shouldn't everyone in the bank come to know how to work on these lines? So to know this, there should be a system which must propagate. Propagate means spread the information, whatever good or bad, among the other branches and the head office. So that's what is MIS, isn't it? Simple. Got this point? Very simple logic. Got this question? Now next. Write the correct sequence. Think of it. Sequence. See this, huh? Read this, everyone. Write the correct sequence, everyone. Data, process, information, decision, action. Next one, huh? A is this. B. Data, process, information, action, decision. Third one. Data, information, process, decision, action. And D is all are wrong. Means none of the above. So now what is the answer? Think of the sequence. This sequence is given on page number 2 of your chapter. This is the flow of data. This is the flow of data. See, raw data is of zero use to the bank. Raw data is of zero use. What we have to do is, data is to be converted to information. And then we need to do the action on this. Action. Last stage is always action. Okay, so data needs to be converted to information, then that needs to be converted to action. So that is known as your sequence of data. Suppose if I get 200 survey forms which are filled by the customers, name, age, gender, working, the salary, everything is filled, but these are in the forms, 200 forms. Are these forms any use to me? No use. Why? Because until and unless I don't get a systematic data of this or systematic information of this, it's of no use to me. What will I have to do is take each form, prepare an Excel sheet or any software. I'll input this name, this age, this male, female, salary, then whatever points are written. First form gone, second form, again same. So full data I need to get it. After that, what will happen? I'll come to know. Let's see how many males are there, how many have the salary above 40,000, how many are staying in this XYZ state. So this is information which I can readily use it, isn't it? So that is called, that is the whole process, and that is the basic logic of your MIS and the data. Okay, so data is to be converted to information so that it's actionable. So what is the sequence, by the way, then? Let me see the answers. Sequence is this the sequence, decision and then action, or action and decision? Okay, I'll give you a hint. This is wrong. Answer is between these two. And this is also wrong. Answer is between these two. Decision then action or action then decision. First you will always decide and then you will act. Do you do like this? Without thinking you go anywhere and then after doing something you think. Is it that way? No. In that way you will fail. First you have to decide, think, and then you have to take the action. So the answer is A. Data, then the processing of data. This is processing, processing of data, then it becomes information, then on information we decide and then we take the action. This is a sequence. Got it? This is the sequence. Next one. Read this, everyone. Which of the following is true about the systems in MIS? Systems. Think everyone. Which of the following is true about the systems in MIS? Think of the answers. System is a group of elements or components joined together to fulfill certain functions. Is it so? It is made up of subsystems. The systems are neither natural nor man-made, and only A and B. So which one is true over here? Think. System is a group of elements and components joined together to fulfill certain functions. Is it so? What is a system? What do we call as a system? System means, of course, it is interconnected. In your office also, there is one department called as accounts, one department called as processing. In your bank only, there is one clearing department, one cash, then there is fund transfer. What is all this? One loan. All these are interconnected to each other, and then we form a bank or branch. Then all the branches are connected, and then we form a bank. All the banks are connected, and then we form RBI. Right? So system means what? System is interconnectedness. Group of elements or components joined together, interconnected to fulfill certain functions. Okay? It is made up of subsystem. Every one will have subsystem. RBI subsystem is banks. Bank subsystem is branches. Branches subsystem is all these various desks. Right? So these are the subsystems, plus many. I have just given one or two these examples. Every company, every organization will require a subsystem. Without that, nothing can work. Right? Nothing can work. Can you build the full bridge without the masons? Ram Setu, right? You require everyone to work for building that Ram Setu, isn't it? Same thing is that system. So, it is made up of subsystems. Okay, done. So, this is also true. This is also true. What about this? The systems are neither natural nor man-made. Means, then what are they? They are from sky? No natural, no man-made. So, it is actually, okay, what is the answer? But the answer is only A and B. What is the correct answer for this but? If C wants to be correct, what should be the answer? If C wants to be correct, it should be either or. So, it is either natural or man-made. Man-made means man-made is the wrong word. We shouldn't be gender biased. Okay? Human being made, isn't it? Man-made only man works or what? Woman also works. So, human being. Okay? It should be human made. Okay? Human. Okay? Either it is natural or human made. Got it? So, this is the answer. So, for the answer for this is what? Only A and B. If this would have been either natural or human made, then the answer would have been all of the above. Got it? Clear? Have you seen these questions anywhere? No. Okay? Management information system is a set of combined procedures. Now look at the options. Okay? That gathers and produces reliable, relevant and properly organized data. So it collects properly organized data, reliable, relevant. Relevant means if I collect the data of, let's say today's this is, let's say 25, 26 or 20s we are in, 24, 25, 26. Let's say these 3 years we are in. If I collect the data of 1990 and give you the data, see in 1990 this survey said so. So now I am saying this, such and such thing happened. You will say, what is this? 1990. Now we are almost 30-35 years ahead. Why do you use that survey? Relevant means whatever is today. The world has changed. Every 10 years world changes. So reliable, relevant and properly organized data. Think of it. You have to think now. That supports the decision making process of an organization. So that should support the decision making process. And it is a group of processes through which data is obtained, sorted and displayed in a useful way for decision making purposes. Is it so? And all of the above. So what is the answer now for this? What is the answer? Is it all of the above or is it B? Is it all of the above or is it B? Or it can be A also, single A. What is the answer? Is it single A or is it all of the above? Only two choices. Either A or D. Think of it. Yeah? Think of it. What is it? Think. It is all of the above. See, it should gather the data, reliable, relevant, properly organized. Okay, that is okay. Support the decision making. If I present my MD or my boss a data which is of no use to him, no decision can be taken, it will not take my bank forward, then why am I presenting this data? Just time pass. It should be of any use to your organization because you are being paid for that, isn't it? So that supports the decision making process of an organization. It should be there. It should take the company forward. Then only it's of any use. Otherwise, I can give you the information of Bollywood, Hollywood, 1,000 things to my boss. He'll say, what do I have to do with that? Next. It is a group of processes through which data is obtained, sorted and displayed in a useful way for decision making, right? So this is basically obtained, sorted and displayed. Got it? So that displayed means, see here, it should be easily understood. Many times it happens that the board of directors or the senior management doesn't understand your nitty-gritties of daily banking. Okay, but it doesn't mean they don't have brains. It should be presented to them in their understanding way, because they are having higher level of thinking. So every boss, every level, the data is to be presented in that format. They have lots of works. Okay. Next. So the answer is what? All of the above. The main elements of MIS are, what are the main elements of MIS? An integrated system to give service to many users. A computer system linking some of the information software via database. User machine interface responding to the temporary and immediate searches. Think of it. Everyone think of it. What is the answer? Yes. What is the answer for this? So the answer is, let me see in the comment section. Integrated system to give service to many users, isn't it? If it's giving the service to only one user, what's the use? It should, all of them should be, suppose you have in your bank, You have a software. That software can be used by only one employee on one desk. What about others? So it should be multiplicability should be there. Linking some of the information software via database, isn't it? Database should be linked so that it is accessible to all of them. Everyone should have the access to it, isn't it? Then only it's of any use. User machine interface responding to the temporary and immediate searches. Temporary and immediate. See, this is very important. Immediate searches. Why this immediate word is important? Because whenever you face the customer in your bank, kindly understand this. Customer comes to you and asks, sir, can I get a loan? For at that moment, you need to search the banding of that customer or the credit rating of that customer urgently. So that rating should be available immediately. If that rating is available tomorrow, you come tomorrow, I'll check this and then give you. Customer will never come back. He will go to some other organization. Isn't it? So it should be immediate. You should be able to give the answer immediately, yes or no. At least give him the direction. And how is this possible? This is possible only if you have the correct MIS. Okay, so the answer is all of the above. Okay, so main elements of MIS are all these. Which are the two main roles played by MIS in decision making by the managers? Two main roles. Okay, two main roles. Think. It helps the managers to take decisions based on the information being prepared. Whatever information is prepared, from where will you prepare the information? From the data. Just now we saw this. Data is converted into information by processing. So it helps the managers to take the decisions based on the information being prepared. When the decision makings and the decisions are fixed, only the input data change. It acts as a suitable repeat to support different types of managerial decisions. Means what? Your MI should be so strong that, and it should be a typical format. In that case, what happens? Tomorrow if I have to repeat this, I have to repeat this. So it shouldn't be like, again I start from the scratch. So it should be like the typical format which is prepared. Just change the values and you'll get the different answer. Process should be same. It's like the math solution. Once you know the solutions, you'll just change the value of x and y and you'll get the answers. So same thing should be there. So is it so? Now this is what you have to answer. Is it? It should help the managers to take the decisions based on the info, and it should have a repeatability with various values. So is it only A not B, or is it both A and B? What? Correct? Both A and B. It should have repeatability also. Repeat. So that I don't have to work on it again. Gadha Mazduri. I don't have to do it, isn't it? Before deciding on which MI strategy to use, it is vital to ensure that, suppose if I have to decide on some MI strategy, what should be my MIS? What should be my software? How should it work? How should it be linked to the employees? How will the employees respond to it? It is vital to ensure that the choice made is fully compatible with your current systems. Compatible means whatever is my current software, it should link to it. Patch should be added to it. If my MIS is not linking to my software, what's the use? MIS strategy or tool used to be in line with the decisions that are to be made. Okay, so MIS or tools used to be in line with the decisions that are to be made. Okay, so MIS or strategy or tools you in line means whatever you are doing, whichever tools you are using, that have to be in line with the decisions that are to be made. Whatever decision you require, so your tools, your softwares should be supporting that decisions. C is only A. So only A is the answer, as two tools depend on strategy and not on decisions. Here we have stated with the decisions, but C says that these tools are not dependent on decisions, it is dependent on strategy. So only A is the answer. And what does D say? Both A and B. Confusing, right? So what is the answer? Think of the answer now. Yeah? The answer is both A and B. Okay? This is given in your book, MIS. Check the MIS, Management Information Systems, Macmillan book. It's given over there. So both A and B. The question is not there in your book. These are derived. These are designed by me. These you won't find it in any book. If somebody copies, that's a separate part. Okay? Which of the following is true about MIS? So true about MIS. MIS normally lays a firm foundation for the establishment of concrete decisions through systematic tools, timely information and adequate managerial policies. So that is true. MIS programs are endowed with the capacity to give real-time updates of the occurrences in the company or systems. So that is also true. Real-time, isn't it? Real-time updates. Goal of MIS is to organize all data collected from every level of the organization. All data collected from every level. So all of them seem to be true, isn't it? All of the above. So answer is D, all of the above, isn't it? The customers choose a bank mainly on the following factors. So why does a customer come to the bank? Ease of doing business, true. Quality of personnel and services means, now look at this, ease of doing business means the customer should feel that your bank is easy to work with. Right? How will he feel? If you give him that much solutions, the software and the systems are so designed that things happen fast. Personnel, reliability. The customer must feel reliable, assured about you. Don't come here. Come tomorrow. Won't come back. Okay? A range of financial services. You must give all the services possible, whichever are sellable. So that is basically the answer. So answer is all of the above. Okay? In general, following points may be taken care of while designing a MIS for the bank. So which are the points which we need to take care of while designing an MIS? Customer database, service to the account holder, service to the business, promotions, the index monitoring system, human resource upgrade. Either A or B, but not both. So either it is this A or B, but not both. And last one is both A and B. Again, this is given in your book. It is designed from your book only. Macmillan book. The answer is both A and B. Okay? Both A and B. So these were the questions for today's session. Everyone kindly join the new batches which have just started. Also join the Mahapack.